Oh, thank you, sir. I have a large nose. It's terribly inhibiting. No, not at all. Oh my. Okay, the tags I put on there once were LARPgate was one, cause like I felt it the first time I called into Nathan, or I called into Lift the Veil, which is available when you search on Twitch and Twitter, right? But that nervousness that you feel is because you're stepping into the real world. Like the notion that we have, the expression "shit just got real" is very highly indicative of how much of a fantasy land we all live in. And I think that's what I wanted to say about Traumagate is apparently Ryan's about to find out, you know, and that's stressful. But apparently the world is run by Luciferian pedophiles, and that's pretty stressful too. So I should give you something better, or at least take that off, right? No, that off. Yeah, so like after the big, let's look at that. I'll find that. After the Titus show yesterday, which should find some clips from. Dean, that Monty guy sounded really entertaining. For the record, I mean, he should have his own show if he doesn't. Yeah, like he went for 3 hours and 40 minutes and stresses me out doing 12. And Titus, my good man, Dean, you were the most suspicious of the people for weird, like, new people walking into this community. The facts about you are the most suspicious, sir. So, with all due respect, you're very suspicious. I mean, your fiance was on MTV. The world is run by Luciferian pedophiles. I'm not making that connection. I'm not Cam, but I'm saying that those are the facts, and that makes you harder to trust than most of these other suspicious people. And everybody's suspicious. So now, I am supposed to. This can go away. That should be that way. Here's some of this. But, alright, this is not cool.
This is Titus Frost, spitting truth, causing glitches in the Matrix.
I'm trying to free your mind, Neo. But I can only show you the door. You're the one that has to walk through it.
I take you to the places you never go. Trigger the things you never see. But you have the key.
But that big cunt online who implicated me in some fucking Pizzagate shit. And he wanted to get to the bottom of it. Well, this is the bottom, motherfucker. I'm coming after you. I'm calling you out, you scum fuck. You're
Yeah,
done.
you're.
Fucking done.
So, like, hold on a second. In case you guys did not know, if you search the YouTube right now, and I'll forgive you for leaving, because that dude called in on Lift the Veil today. And actually, there's clips of that I can find for you if you're very nice. But right now, I want to find this. Oh, wait, how horrible does it sound like when this runs?
He wouldn't have found anything exciting. And here is our bags and coat closet. The bullet went into our computer system.
It's hard in my ears.
Maybe looking at your information from InfoWars.
No, I'm not.
But it is not
no, I'm not.
true.
This is Politico. This is the New York Times. This is the Wall Street.
Okay, so hopefully the sound is not terrible in its current settings. I'll try and watch the chat and see if it is.
Journal.
No, it's
That's what
not.
I'm looking at.
Hopefully that would sort of end like that part of it, because I really do think Ryan's onto some stuff, and I think he's a great guy. I just think that maybe I don't know, maybe he's wrong about you and Vegan Mikey, and you know,
you don't need
but
to add a maybe.
Perfect. Did you see that clip? That was just serendipity clipping. Hopefully it's audible. If anybody is still here, please tell me how the sound is for that part right there. Alright. Apparently it takes 9 seconds. Alright, let's see what the next serendipitous recursion brings us. I know that guy a little bit. I watch him a lot anyway, like a stalker. Oh look, the wrong Ryan. You guys remember the wrong Ryan? I don't think anybody knew he was here at this point. So let's take it to numbers we like. Close enough.
out there getting pedophiles arrested. So if maybe he's just confused about things, I don't know. Maybe he thought because Screwy Louie got so badly like discredited that he had to distance himself from the Tucson thing to save his organization.
Well, here's something too. You call him Screwy Louie. I've called the guy. I've talked to him at length. He seems all right. Maybe something happened sometime, like in the past. You know what? We probably all have done something in the past that was stupid that we would regret. I know I have. But that doesn't mean like he's not doing a good job now. They got 93 people coming across the border yesterday.
Yeah,
you know?
I did see that. Yeah, that was a really good story.
Like, and you call him Screwy Louie and names like that. Like, he's putting the work in, dude.
Well, the reason I say that is because when the Tucson Gate came out, he said he had things like a bloody knife with photographs of it. He had all these artifacts.
All right, that's not the part.
Campsite that they had.
Not only is that not the part.
They had photos of heroin drop sites. All the stuff he said live on air. And when we were waiting for the evidence to come out of all these...
Not what I'm trying to find.
Trust them, you know? Like, Ryan, even though I just, like, kind of blew up at you a minute ago, it doesn't mean I don't trust you. Like, I was still...
No, I get that. I get that.
Oh, that.
I get that. But now that you brought it up again, we should address that. I mean, that was a little bit out of nowhere, and maybe I did interrupt you, but this is... What's his name?
Screwy Louie.
Screwy Louie. Louis Arthur. Louis Arthur, I believe,
apparently that's the only guy that doesn't show up.
He was at Bundy Ranch. He was at the Oregon standoff, and he was starting trouble at both places. People there, real people at both places, thought he was a Fed. He acts like a Fed. He looks like a Fed. And
well, he's actually, dude, he got 93 people the other day. They got 93.
whatever
look,
he did,
here's
the
what
first
I'm
thing he
saying.
did was felony trespassing all over somebody's land. I mean, and then he's saying that people should come to the desert. And all I'm saying is, I'm not going to the desert if I'm going to be following him and he's going to be leading me to break the law, which the cameraman who's with him has felony trespassing charges right now.
Are we talking about the CMEX site?
No, I'm talking about the ranch that they ransacked.
Well,
and cut the security cable for.
The CMEX site was really odd.
It was. There were some weird connections there to some, and it connected back to some other bigger stories as well.
The problem we ran into with.
Now, I'm not going to tell you that the universe is made of numbers, but what time is it when they say what they say, you know?
Was really odd.
It was. There were some weird connections there to some, and it connected back to some other bigger stories as well.
The problem.
Bigger problem. I think he may just be misled if what you're saying is true, because I think he's got the intentions in the right place. That's my opinion, personally.
That's what I always thought.
Was really odd.
It was. There were some weird connections there to some, and it connected back to some other bigger stories as well. Look, you can talk about free speech.
And they connected back to some bigger stories as well. And when does the other fella redirect? Oh, wait, what am I trying to say? No, I'm not saying that. But that's an interesting timestamp, right? Oh. Is that enough of that, you guys? It's kind of like enough. You guys want to go over that some more? There was one other spot I liked. There is one other spot. I'll look for it while I wait to see if you guys still want to. I'm not trying to dox him. She doxed him. See that? It wasn't me. It was her. Oh, yeah, that'd be fun. I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration. I will face my fear. I will permit it to pass over me and through me. And when it has gone past, I will turn the inner eye to see its path. Where the fear is gone, there will be nothing. Only I will remain. I wish I need to put some more music on for you guys for the background. Oh, such an amateur. It's coming.
Either way you're comfortable with, it's gonna just show up on the screen. Like,
John, somebody go call Johnny Supertramp for me, because he loves
I got you in like a box on the screen.
All this stuff.
So
obviously
there's been lots of drama going down. There was some connections made between the Trauma Film Group, right, and Podesta and the Podesta Group, and then
which, by the way, I called out in my very first tweet against James Gunn, and
which I saw featured on Lift the Veil today. That actual tweet on screen. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, oh my goodness. Wait a minute. What's going on here? All right, 24 minutes. It's like that's far too long for me to go without mentioning my sponsor. That doesn't sponsor me so much as I'm grateful they got me started at this, so I try and sell you guys this particular shirt. And if you're an avid fan of mine, you know some of the reasons why you should get this shirt. But the one you might not realize yet is America. This is the most American shirt the Truth Revolution people could. The Truth Revolution. Yeah, listen to them for a minute.
Yeah. So Yeah, so you were already aware of that connection. Do you think that the trauma people are somehow connected to all this?
Oh, 100%. Because you got JJ, right? JJ Abrams, sketchy. You got Lloyd, of course. Here's the thing about trauma that people don't understand, though, that they should. Trauma gets a lot of movies. They just purchase them for distribution. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, we'll distribute your film, your like low budget horror film or whatever." So that's why people are like, "Oh, Isaac got me the Trauma." I'm like, I did a movie that got bought by Trauma after it was filmed 10 years ago. So I don't know. It's just a little bit ridiculous. And if
Speaking of a little bit ridiculous, it's a little bit ridiculous how much trouble I'm having speaking right now. But that means that I'm about to tell you something I'm not supposed to. That's why they tie your tongues. Let me focus. Baseball. You know baseball. You know it was big and now nobody watches it. You know that back in the day when the government was doing first dipping their toes into subliminal messaging, they're being very careful about it, very pro-America, not the corrupted programming you're exposed to now. And these baseball sleeves activate that pro-America sentiment in all the people programmed with that programming. And we need pro-America people right now. Otherwise, we're all just going to side with our corporation of choice and hope they don't make us do too horrible of things. Anyway, back to the show.
you know, I don't know why people spend so much time putting this much effort to like, oh, let's fuck Cap.
Well, I mean, have you seen the people that respond to my videos and stuff? Like,
yeah, no, I get it, but I don't know. There's so many. I wonder who's getting paid. You know, deep creep stay. Like, oh,
this might be the one.
And this and that. It's like,
oh, I didn't even check to see what you guys said.
Let's just let's make it real easy. Titus, I know you're a good dude. I know you're trustworthy. You know why? Pizzagate. It's really easy. If someone is like going into Pizzagate and uncovering that, anything related, my general rule of thumb is like, okay, they're good. If they're avoiding it or using obfuscation tactics, watch out. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, and I just want to make sure that, you know, there isn't like some, because the Cicada Group has really powerful ties, like CIA, NSA, things of that nature, which ties, you know, right back to the deep state. And I just want to make sure that this whole
the deep state ties to the deep state. There's no good guys. I mean, all the good guys are hiding inside places.
whole thing isn't them creating a whole new thing to mislead and distract and divide people, because that's, you know, from what I've documented, that's what they like to do. They like to create chaos. You might not have anything to do with them. They might just be like propping like you up and causing division within the movement in other ways, and you don't even have any idea of what's going on. I'm just concerned that, like, I know they're helping Vegan Mikey. They're helping him get into a place. And I know they were in contact with you. I know that the reason that...
Well, let's hold up. So they're helping Mikey get into a place, which Mikey needs a place to live.
Yeah,
so,
there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, see, I just feel like if all this energy that's wasted on like, oh, well, they're doing this, it's intra-group. It's like pointing the fingers in a circle of people who mostly agree with each other. It's such a fucking waste of time, dude. When we could be, going after the actual networks and building maps out of who's involved.
Cappy, do you not see how it's irresponsible to make claims without having some kind of evidence to back it up?
Wait, hold on. This is the Last American Vagabond just joined, so that's Ryan Christian. So can you just...
Okay, nice to meet you, buddy.
Can you just repeat the question, Ryan?
And this is an honest question. I just because where I come from is I believe deeply in the greater topic that we're all talking about, as Titus can attest to, that there is a very dangerous thing going on in Hollywood, going on in politics, pedophilia and positions of power, as we've been calling out for a long time. But do you not see the inherent danger and irresponsibility of making claims, even if true, without having evidence to support them?
What makes you think I don't have evidence?
Well, let's see it. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm saying, like, we've seen a lot of claims come out about people.
All right, listen. All right. We will address this. Your point of view, frankly, is ignorant. I have been getting a lot of whistleblowers from all over the world. I don't just go at people like, oh, I think I'm going to go at some.
Oh, since we're doing the whole meta watching TV together thing, you notice how Titus knew that Cappy was about to go off, and so he like, are you ready for your close-up, Mr. DeVille?
So-and-so today. I have people giving me information that would like to remain private and not put themselves up to be at risk of assassination.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Look. You can talk about free speech all you want. I'm just saying what we're talking about here is making very big claims about people that I agree that I don't doubt. I say that they may indeed be true, but do you not worry for one moment that these people may also be misleading you? You know what I mean? Like what you so.
That's why I corroborate my claims with oftentimes 2 and 3 other witnesses. Okay.
But we're left to take your word for it, right?
Yeah. I'm the one taking all the legal liability, bro.
That's fine. If that's where we are, then that's fine. And I'm not saying you're not that you're lying. I'm just saying that there's clearly a middle ground there where people simply have to trust what you're saying is true.
True. His last word was true. I didn't mean. Actually, it was a good place to cut as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, I was trying to up Cappy's sound, and Ryan came back in. So I'm sorry to your ear holes for that one. I saw red on this little, but I can app Cappy if for some reason you watch something. Suicide nets. I saw you were using an Apple product. Every time I see someone using an Apple product, I am morally obligated to say the words suicide nets around the factories of the product you're happily using and giving. Just stop it. You're terrible people. Oh my God. Sorry. I got bugaboos. Is that what? No, wait. That's me being racist. I don't know. Man, let me end the racism claims right here. As far as I'm concerned, everybody's basically a monkey. The white ones, the brown ones, the orange ones. You're all kind of gross and stinky. And anyway, let's do something else. Actually, I think I'm gonna call it good, guys. This was a decent. I mean, we found some nice clips. We had some fun, right? Let me. Ooh, Shoney. Oh, okay, wait. If Shoney actually showed up, there's something I have to do. Not that I search for myself ever. Look, I have a blog with all my old stuff when I used to be smart. Well, anyway. There's too much pressure when people watch. It's crazy. But you wear my ring. I gotta find that music again. Here, wait a minute. You don't have to see that. You can just look at my beautiful background. Now I feel more obliged to talk, though. Never mentioned this was stressful. Here, let me do that litany again in case it was a bad clip last time. Alright. I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration. I will face my fear. I will permit it to pass over me and through me. And when it has gone past, I will turn the inner eye to see its path. Where the fear has gone, there will be nothing. Only I will remain. That's so much fun. Feed history. Oh, yeah. There it is. Background music. Go. Never should have closed it, you amateur. be known that some people tweet too much. In case I didn't mention it, y'all being here gives me all warm fuzzies in the inside, and thank you for that. No, Sean, you don't tweet too much. I was gonna read that one for you. You said it's I used to have it pinned, and I swapped it out for that one.